Okay, let me just let the Discord group know. Okay, just let the Discord group know. Morning, Alan. Hi, Bando. So we are on Facebook, Twitter, Zoom, and YouTube. Crazy technology. How's everybody doing? Hear me okay? Hi, Jason. Okay. Hi, Daniel on Facebook. So we're ready to start. It's 6:30 p.m. my time, and we'll get going. So today is a couple of announcements. We have the new XBrat Range Breakout Indicator that I'm beta testing on TradingView at the moment. I want to go through that, some of the rules and how these plays will sort of can be formed, how to trade them, how to manage them with the manager. Also, some of the settings that we can do to change, because you know, some of the settings that we can have are for when the Australian stock market open, for example, if you're looking at Australian dollar, US dollar, if you're Forex trading, or you're trading ASX itself or something like that, or you've got European data you're trading. So you can change those data points, and we'll go through that. If there's any questions as we're going along, please, doesn't matter where you are, whether you're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Zoom, whatever it is, just ask that question, and I will try and give it my best to answer it. Also, we've got a special announcement. We don't do Black Friday. We only do one sale a year, and that's this Friday, the 5th of November. So in the UK, we celebrate the 5th of November. Well, we don't celebrate as such, but the 5th of November is called Bonfire Night. And it's the night that Guy Fawkes was burnt. Guy Fawkes tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament in London hundreds of years ago, and he was burnt at the stake sort of thing. And now on the 5th of November every year, people burn effigies of Guy Fawkes. So remember the 5th of November. So we're going to do Black Friday minus 21 for the weekend, starting this Friday, with some big discounts. You must look out for the email that will give those discount codes, because even though we're giving 21% off our bundles normally, we're going to give another 5% off them bundles as well. So that's 26% in total. And if you just want to buy individual indicators, we're giving a 20% sale off as well. Only this weekend. You must look out for the email going out Thursday night with those, or in fact join our Discord group, because I will be putting those coupon codes in the Discord group. So I'm going to put the link in the chats right now for the Discord group, because it's great. I traded a range breakout today on the trade and get 200 ticks on RTY, and that was on the Discord group. So please let me just get this link for you now, and I'm going to put it in the chat to everybody. Okay, make sure it's in the chat on the restream as well. So we want to go there, want to go there, and we want to go Facebook as well. So that link is for the Discord group. So if you don't want to get caught out in the spam box and get all these discount codes and miss them for this weekend, it's this weekend only. We're not having another sale for another year. Remember the 5th of November. We have our fire sale, the bonfire sale, Black Friday -21, whatever you want to call it. It's the only sale we're going to have. You either get the discount codes by email starting tomorrow, a Thursday, or starting tomorrow in the Discord group. And that's the link to join the Discord group right there. So let's go through this new indicator. Now, it won't be available until probably 2 or 3 more weeks. And we'll launch the TradingView and Motivewave first, and then we'll do NinjaTrader and ThinkorSwim, hopefully before Christmas. I've got another really cool indicator to help trading as well in the first quarter next year. Been working on that as well. So this is the opening range. So when something opens, so whether that's the gold pit open, the oil pit open, the stock market open in Europe or in the USA, the opening range for when big data comes out, the range is usually quite volatile, but it sets a range. And now with this indicator, it sets a bias. So the range has a bias and you're only looking for that type of trade. Now, it's not plain sailing. So today's RTY was plain sailing, okay? And we'll go big on that right now and show you this one. So what happens is we say that the first 15 minutes of the New York Stock Exchange Open or the first 15 minutes of any stock market is the most volatile time. But that invariably sets the tone for the remainder of the session. So if it breaks out of that range and it goes long, it's going to go big, and it did on RTY today. Okay, but the main thing is when this is forming, when this 15-minute candle is forming, the actual signpost for it, and that can be changed. You can just put stock open or whatever. You can change all those words, but it changes from red to amber to green until that bias is settled. Also, the range is then identified and colored in, okay, green. So you're looking for a long. You can see here, this was the London Open, the London Stock Exchange Open here for M2K, RTY. This is the micro. So you can see it was pretty range bound in there, but the big range we got then for the New York Stock Exchange Open actually breached this previous London Open. We were green on this label. We were green on here, and we went, gone, finished, done. Yeah, 200 ticks plus. Then I managed it on the Discord group on the 5-minute time frame using the manager. Now, if I go back to and look at ES, for example, this is a bit of a candy stripe. And this was the London opening range here. But then when we get the big candle for the New York Stock Exchange Open, it was red, but then amber. So that amber means there's no real direction. Okay, there's no longs, there's no shorts. It's just totally there's indecision in where they want to take it. So when the stock market opens, if there's not a great deal of stocks in the S&P 500 going up or going down, and it's pretty straight, and you're getting a bit of sector rotation, and in this case it went to RTY, to the Russell, to those those cheaper stocks, and there's lots more of them, and that's the one that flew out. This one, you can see it's a bit of a candy stripe. We got a bit of a bearish bias, neutral bias, bearish, neutral, bullish, but it doesn't really break out of that range, so we don't trade it. The same with NQ, although NQ now, okay, has turned green. Okay, we're a bit later in the session, but in reality, we could look for that long breaking this now because the bias has turned green. We're above that London Open. It's it's respected this range, and we can trade this later on in the day if we wish. We can see here, for example, the short on YM was pretty good. It did tiptoe into here. It's come back. You see how the manager kept you in, and now the short is in profit. Again, NYSE, which is the open, It's colored in red in this case for that opening range. The range is colored in red. You're only looking for shorts, not longs. That's the sign. That's what it's telling you. Only look. We go to amber, we go to red, we go to amber, we go to red again. If you didn't get this first initial short, and we're going to amber, go short at this point. Use the manager to manage the trade. So that's those particular indexes, and 15 minutes is what we suggest on those. I just wanted to go through how I manage that trade, because that's important as well. We need to understand how we are going to manage those trades. So what I did, if we go to M2K here on the 5 minutes, is I used the manager. And again, on the Discord group here, you'll see, if I just pull that up on here a little bit, right from the beginning of the trade here, the range breakout, locking in on the trading stop, then locking in 100 ticks. Now I'm on the 5 minute time frame, being a little bit more aggressive and showing those charts where the trading stop is. 180 ticks locked in at this point, and then finally 200 ticks locked in at this point using the manager. And I was doing that live on the Discord group today, which was phenomenal. So with the manager, I left it because the initial trade was done on the 15 minute. Then we went down to 5 minute. That was aggressive enough for me to actually manage the trade. Okay, there was no reason with the manager to change that to day trading aggressive. Day trading moderate was aggressive enough for me today because I was managed to get 200 ticks out of it. So we got this move. We're on the 5 minute. We have this low volume pullback. So at this point, it starts to move back up again. That's when I started to lock in 180, 200 ticks, because we've had the lower than average volume pullback, starts to move back up again, but on lower than average volume. It's not got the juice to bounce. So that's why I was tight with that 200 ticks. And it took the profit, and it's just slightly slowed down there. It's still pulling back. I think if we were probably on day trading conservative, we'd probably be still in there. But for me, on a range breakout, manage it reasonably aggressive after the first sort of 2, maybe 3 15-minute candles, and be very aggressive with that, to manage that trade. Very, very important for me. Okay, so don't forget, any questions on this, please just shout out, whether you are on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or the Zoom. So let's go now to gold, big gold. So now, very important when you're trading gold, guys, you need to understand where the range was for the European gold open as well, okay? So this identifies this opening range here, which is 8 a.m. European time. This time, though, we use a 5 minute time frame. For metals and energy on this particular strategy, we use a 5 minute time frame. And you can see here on the European gold open, even though we had a green candle, the bias and the label was red. We were only looking for shorts. The longs, yeah, they went a little bit, but they didn't really go for it. Now we get the New York gold open. It's green. We're only looking for longs. We don't get a move up above these highs. Then we start to move down. Now, combining that with the manager, that downward move was higher than average volume. It was a distribution candle. So there was more volume traded than the previous candle. That then touched onto the sort of London Open and the gold European Open. The next candle, higher than average volume, even more volume than the previous candle because it's colored red again. Now the bias in both this range and the gold European Open range is now red. We should be looking for a short breaking out the bottom of that range from the European Open. So it's not just the range that's just happened for you. Thomas, I've been trading this manually for a long time, and these are, we say 5 minutes for metals and energy, and that's just across the board. But if you're trading, I don't know, copper, and you think that actually the 12-minute time frame is fantastic for this, and then obviously you back test it and you trial that. But you know, as a guide, index is 15, currencies 10, and gold and energy 5 minutes. Okay, so then that obviously breaking that European opening range, and it just absolute. I mean, this is a huge trade. I've missed this one. I'm really annoyed. 181 ticks on gold, and only just really now you should be getting out. Okay, because the manager's keeping you in. We get this low volume pullback and sideways movement, almost tries to come back down again, but then the cloud turns to green. You also get this warning shot here of a green candle, which is accumulation with higher than average volume. That's a warning shot. You know, we get another up candle, higher though. We get another one here with higher than average volume. You need to be getting out, but that's a 180 tick move. Very nice. So that's that. We'll look at YM and NQ today in a minute. We just did that, but I obviously just come on. I will do that again. Just want to go to oil. So oil, tough one today. So what happens is with the indicator, we can actually change opening bar ranges. There we go. So what it comes is as default is gold, Europe, London, New York gold, New York Stock Exchange. Then you get 2 to play with. So at the moment I changed it to to oil, but I can change that to CL. Yeah, and I can change the times, do whatever. So if I just click that on there, you'll say it changes to CL. Now, again, like I say with everything, and I will review currencies in a minute, Thomas, as well. You've got to look left. You've got to look at recent support and resistance zones, okay? And to be honest, when we're down at this level, this sort of zone here is very, very important. Only in the last couple of days did it test there and bounce off. So although initially on the oil pit open, we did go red, we got a big range here. It was colored in red, so only looking for shorts. Now, when we look at that as a risk to reward, when we look at that whole range, because your stop would just be just above there, your entry would be just below, your risk to reward is only 1 to 1 into the minute. It's not a great looking trade to begin with, okay? Not a great looking trade. So it comes back up but fails, comes back down again, and then you see how the bias cloud goes red. Red, it's still red, it's still coming down. So the bias for the opening range is now turned bearish. We could go for a scalp here. It failed the first time. It came up. It didn't want to go up. Why didn't it want to go up? It was a support and resistance zone. Okay, that's where it failed before. It's failed. It's going to come back down, get higher than average volume, get the scalp down into that support. Not only that, it moves back up to test that opening range, which then acts as resistance, and you get another opportunity to go down. Now, sometimes oil just flies. Now, I can't go back in time on oil purely because you don't get the replay mode on options, on futures. Oh, maybe you do, actually. Okay, so this is yesterday, okay? Breakout there. Wow, I didn't know. I've tried this in the past and I wasn't able to do it. You are in, no. Okay, so I want to go there. Okay. Right, we're not on Heikin-Ashi candles, we're on normal candles. So what I want to do is I want to go back a couple of days and look for this oil there. Let me just try this replay here, guys. Sorry. I want to make sure. Yes, it is. It does. I can do the replay. I know that's, I mean, I've been struggling to find the replays. It's annoying, very annoying, but the oil's coming down again. But we can do those replays. So I will go, let me just go back in time a little bit more just to show you these. Okay. So look how it's testing this support. Really, really strong, isn't it? Really, really strong. Okay, so let's go replay to about this point here. Okay. So this is the previous day's CL. Okay. Really nice drop. But if I just play this forward now, you'll see when we get to the oil opening range, about there, the previous range disappears, okay? And then you'll see this one color in, and it's colored in green at that moment in time. And then we get the move. It's not a fantastic move, but it's okay. Yeah. The thing is with this, you've got to make it risk-free pretty quick. And what you can do is you can continue to trade that range, okay? When it gives you the bias, continue to trade that range. And you know, coming back out there, going long was a pretty good trade there. Let me just keep playing this forward. We're coming into the Asian session now, so that's no good. But anyway, as you can see there, it works extremely well. Gold, oil. Now we look at currencies. Okay, so this is US dollar, Japanese yen. We can look at the Australian Stock Exchange. Okay, Japanese yen. George, it's going to be, I haven't really tested it on crypto because you've got to have an opening range. So you've got to have a market that opens, that gives you lots of volatility. So, you know, the gold pit open is where in Europe is where lots of European traders come in and start trade gold. The same with the US, the same with oil, the same with the stock markets. With crypto, it's a 24-hour. So there's no real range to trade, okay? So with currency futures here, pretty simple. One of the rules is if it's yellow, okay, there's no direction. So what you do is you put on what we call a Bradbury straddle. So you put on a long couple of ticks up above there, and you put a short a couple of ticks below. It's an each way bet. It's a straddle type trade. So if there's no real decision on the direction that the market wants to send this, you need to go have a long and a short trade on there. As you can see here, it came to test the top, didn't break it, came down, took the short in, came to test, and then moved down again. And then we come into the gold Europe open here, US dollar, Japanese yen. Again, the gold pit open for Europe can be very, very volatile for currencies. A lot of currencies will be tied into the gold because the gold's tied into the US dollar. So you can see here we've got amber again. So amber again means you could go either way. Yeah. So you go long. Look what happens when it goes into that Australian stock market open range. It finds resistance. So when you're trading this, you've got to understand where those other ranges are. They could act as support and resistance. So you've got to be making sure you're risk free. Or in effect, what you're doing is 20, 30 tick moves, taking a profit. Okay. Then we come back down. We have the gold pit open here. It's red. Okay. It's red. We are looking for shorts, but we've got support just underneath here from that pivot. So we really don't want to go for shorts. If we're looking for longs, actually, we only go yellow, but then everything starts to turn green on all of the ranges. So for me, when it breaks the ASX range from the Australian Open, that's the real good trigger there. Boom, straight up. Okay, then it comes back down to test that range and it bounces back up again. No, George, this is a totally separate strategy. Okay, it's nothing to do with the XBrat algo. This is just breaking out of opening ranges, George. Okay, the XBrat algo gets you in trades 24 hours a day. And they're longer term, and you manage with the manager, you get the divergence cloud. What I'm talking about now is a completely different strategy, and it's range breakouts. Okay, so sometimes you won't get an XBrat Algo signal. Today, for example, on the RTY, we didn't get an XBrat signal, but what we got was a range breakout. What you're trying to do is trade different market conditions. You can see here, ES hasn't really broken out the range, neither has NQ. YM has a little bit. RTY was the big move of the day. So it's giving you trading opportunities when the XBrat Algo is there's no trades there. The XBrat Algo can't give you a trade every 5 minutes. It just doesn't work like that. What this does is purely range breakouts. There's only certain times of the day you can play this trade, okay? But you can play XBrat Algo 24 hours a day. This one, it's when the gold pit opens, Europe or US. When the US stock market opens, that opening range, it's breaking that opening range. And some days you won't get a trade. There was no real oil trade today, okay? There was no oil trade today. There could be tomorrow. You just don't know. So with YM, it was quite a large range, but that range did find resistance in the London Open. It was colored in red, and we are looking for a short. Okay, so if you are taking this, the next sort of support is about here. There's a little one here which concerned me, and that's why I didn't go in, to be honest, because that was a big rejection there. The sort of zone here where we've got pivot here, massive rejection there. So the risk reward wasn't fantastic. When you look at the size of that opening range to that next support, that's why I didn't go in. And a lot of you, so that's why we wouldn't trade that one. Whereas with M2K, we just had a lot of fresh air, and it was clear of all the London ranges. So we go. There might not be another trade tomorrow or this week on the opening ranges for indexes, for example. There might not be one gold one tomorrow, but there could be a massive one on oil. But the idea is you can do that and change that around. So let's go back to, you want to see another currency, Henry? No problem, David. You want to see another currency, so let's have a look at US dollar CAD. Okay, US dollar CAD. Wow. Okay, so this was a fantastic trade for the New York gold pit open there. And again, do not dismiss those New York gold pit opens. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch off no, I'm not. I'm going to leave it on there. I've got the gold Europe, London Europe. I've got the Australian Stock Exchange. We've got some major support down there. But look what happens on the New York gold pit open here. This time it's currencies. It's 10 minutes. Okay. So you've got some options here. You can either go very aggressive out of that range, or if your name's Paul Bratby and you're British and you're very conservative, you would wait to break that London opening range as well. Okay. That would be my open there. Okay. And then it just goes hell for leather to the New York Stock Exchange. To be honest, if you've traded that parabolic move from the New York gold pit open on a currency, once you get to that opening range of the New York Stock Exchange, get out. Okay. Don't wait for that volatility, because look what that volatility did here. Boom, straight back down again. So if you're trading currencies, you're looking for these gold pit opens, but you're also looking for big data points if you're trading currencies. So what you're looking for tomorrow is at 8 a.m. at the same time as the gold pit open tomorrow morning in Europe, you've got some big manufacturing data for Germany. So that opening range is going to be very, 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 very important. We go through the day. We got market comp PMI final for Europe at 10 a.m. in the morning. That's another range you can put on. So, I'm looking at 10 a.m. market comp final for Europe. what I can do is I can set this up in the morning, but I'll do it now to show you how to do it. We go on to one of our, it says custom 2, so I can change that to Europe PMI, okay? I know that's at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Change that to 00, and then I'll just put yes. So that will be ready for tomorrow to change, to trade and do. But you'll see at the moment it does put it in on here as well. No, Euro PMI, so 10. I've got to do all the time frames has gone, so I need to be 2, 4. So sorry, it's in EST. So I go back down here. I need to be, I think it's 4. That's 9, so it needs to be 5. Apologies. Because you guys in America haven't changed your clocks yet either, so that's really confusing me. So although it says Euro PMI there, that's at 10 a.m. European time for today. I'm ignoring that. But tomorrow, look at that breakout just there, guys. You've seen it live. It's broken out of that London range, okay? London opening range. The bias was red. Put the order on, big trade down, okay? Look at this. These opening ranges, if the biases work for you, you put the order on. I mean, you just can't get any better than this. This is just proof of the pudding. This candle closed here, the bias was red. You come into the London opening range, the short, you've got to go short here. Look what happens when the bias, and it breaks that short, that low there. Look at that. Anybody would want to trade that, surely. Come on, in the comments section, say yes, Paul. You've got the backup of the bias first of the range. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Thomas. Come on. This is a massive trade. I can't stipulate how much you would win when you're breaking out of these ranges and the bias is telling you only look for this short, okay? So this Euro PMI tomorrow will still be on. So when it comes to 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, that first 10 minutes of that opening range of that data, I'll be able to trade that. Okay. Thank you, Martha. Thank you, David. There you go. There's the volatility. And then tomorrow we go through US wise goods trade balance. It's not overly exciting, that one, but you know, you go to Friday and you get ready for your unemployment, your non-farm payrolls. Okay, so you actually get up on Friday morning before this happens, go into your settings and put NFP at the time it's going to be. Watch that range, look at the bias, trade the range breakout, and that's how you can do that. Okay, so that's a little bit more on the currencies because somebody asked. We've done indexes. How did that affect? Oh, look at this. Yeah. So what we can do here again, look at the range. Look at the massive range here. I mean, again, I wasn't waiting for that, but the Fed breaking out of the London Open for a scalp there for 100 ticks would have been amazing on ES. Actually, I mean, is that 31 ticks? No, it's not fantastic, but it's okay. But you could actually then adjust this now to that Fed on the 15 minutes. So what we can do is we can go down to here. Opening range is going to be massive. We go to custom 2 on this one, and we go Fed. Okay, and that is so. The time is 9. Uh, 15, I think. Let's check that. gone too far. So you've got time to do this anyway, purely because you've got 15 minutes. But it has broken out of the range to the upside of that opening range for the New York Stock Exchange. Wow. Oh, it's not showing it because I haven't put it on, yes. See, it's just moving around there. Where are we? We are 1900 hour, right? That's why. Leave that on 0. There we go. Okay. So there you go. I've just adjusted it there. That's the current opening range. George, you've been using the XBrat Algo purely to trade XBrat Algo signals, not opening ranges, okay? It doesn't supersede that process. I will look at XBrat signals right now in a minute, okay? Well, I just want to go through this range again. So guys, look, if you've got the London and the New York Stock Exchange open here, opening range, both of them for the day, we can see it's candy stripe. They're obviously waiting for the Fed. Yeah. What do you want to do? You put on an order to break out the top of that London range or the bottom of here, and it does it. Okay. Let's go and look at normal XBrat Algo signals. Okay. Just to clear up, it's a totally different strategy. Okay. So I'm going to go on here. I mean, yes, it's been pretty flat, so there's not a great deal of trading here. So the current opening range indicator. Sorry, George, I know what you're talking about now. If you have our current open range indicator, you will get upgraded to this when it comes out for your platform. Okay. Because it gives you more ideas. So great butterfly pattern trade there. Wow. Okay, fantastic on ES. You know, there's the 6-star buys here, pre-market a few days ago, and that was a massive trade. Okay. So let's just go to something else that's been moving for a while. Let's go to gold. Okay. So this is a normal XBrat signal. Gold, 6-star sell, confirmation cloud, go short. 6-star sell, confirmation cloud's already there, go short. Okay, that's an XBrat signal. 6-star sell, confirmation cloud, go short. Yeah, that's a normal XBrat algo. And again, if anybody wants me to go over the XBrat algo and how to combine it with the manager, please say so now. The opening range trade is totally different. It only happens at certain times of the day. And George, Damien's put me right here. The current opening range indicator that you've got, you'll get upgraded to that when we release it. Because now we've added a lot of bells and whistles to it. So it tells you which direction to trade. Okay. By the way, guys, XBrat Algo helps you make a lot of money on crypto. This is the Solana move, which the XBrat Algo picked up. The recent move to make new highs, just fantastic. I know, Wolfgang. Yes, again. So with even with crypto, with Solana and Ethereum, especially at the moment, it's just been killing it. So with the XBrat Algo, we get, for example, this recent move over the last 24 hours or so on the few days on the 30-minute time frame. The XBrat Algo 4-star has 10 out of 12 points of control to say you should be going long. Okay, it takes all the crap off the chart. It tells you should be going long. Then you get a divergence cloud confirmation. Then you get a 5-star, 11 out of 12. Okay, then you get a 6-star, 12 out of 12. You should be going long on Solana because you've seen that build up. Sometimes you just get a 6-star and boom, you have to go. But this build up here, 4, 5, 6-star. If you are not long Solana after that 6-star, you must be blind, because that momentum build up with that XBrat Algo and then that divergence cloud confirmation with that green arrow is just gold dust. Okay, now that's the XBrat Algo. Now that works on anything with volume and price action. Okay, and then obviously you use the manager to manage it, but the signals are very, very strong, whether you're trading crypto futures, currencies, stocks. You know, I even looked at Twitter the last couple of days, long and shorts on the XBrat Algo, and they were phenomenal because we're going to be working with a new platform soon for stocks, for day trading and swing trading. So yes, we go to Ethereum. I think it's probably more on the hourly or the 4-hourly. Look at these. Long entry here, 6-star buy, 6-star buy, 6-star buy, pulls back. We come down the time frames, and we're just getting so many more 6-star buy, 6-star buy on Ethereum. And as Wolfgang also stated, the Elliott wave are for the longer time frame for Ethereum, and I've made videos in the past and predicted these. Okay, bear with me. So this is, which is the first indicator that I ever had built for me, was the Elliott wave. Ethereum's pulled back on a wave 4, and now we're making new highs. Solana pulled back on a wave 4, now we're making new highs and trading that 5th wave on an Elliott wave sequence. This is, I've made videos this year saying this is where Ethereum and Solana is going to go, and it has. Okay, it's just absolutely phenomenal. I love crypto purely because it's pure behavior. And a lot of my trading strategies are about behavior, understanding that behavior and able to trade it as well. And that's what I really, really like to do. So we've had some, great moves there in the markets today with the the range breakout strategy. Now that won't be available and probably till the end of the month, but I just wanted to show you that we look at the biases. I mean, look at this on gold today, huge range breakout. We looked at the US dollar CAD as well. These are really big ranges, and having that bias helps us really understand it. And the ability to change the time to a specific date, a time of the day for a data pump, and just remembering the time frames. Indexes 15 minutes, currencies 10 minutes, energy and metals 5 minutes. Okay, now you may come back to me in a few months when you've had this for a couple of months and say, Paul, this silver is amazing on 12 minutes or whatever. Okay, and I'd welcome that, because right now we have to give some guidelines, and these are the guidelines I've used for the last 2 years, developing this strategy, but now we've been able to build it so it actually tells you, look, you should be going long, you should be going short, or it's neutral. Two things there. If it's yellow, don't trade it at all, or you put the long and the short trade on. So you've got those options there. Just one, yeah, okay. Sorry, I've got to check on a couple of stocks trades while I'm here. No, just okay. Right, let me just go. I'm just going to put on Twitter a second because I don't want to do it on this here, on the 5 minutes. Where's the 5 minute time frame? There we go. Just going to put on Twitter. Just want to show stocks on the XBrat Algo. So, the couple of days that I was trialing this for a signal generator, a scanner type thing, is this 6-star XBrat Algo signal to go long on Twitter. Okay, fantastic. And then the manager manages the trade, take you out. The following day, same day, we get another 6-star buy going into close. Then we get a 5-6-star sell on the next day, and we go short on Twitter, and you manage it with the manager. And again, look closely at this manager here. Let me just turn off that a second, so I don't want to confuse things. With the manager, so this is a stock. It doesn't matter what it is. When you get the 5 and the 6-star sell, you go short. You got to pull back against that short here. But these are lower than average volume dots. Ignore them. It comes back down again. You go in sideways, lower than average volume, lower than average volume, lower than average volume, higher than average volume, long candle. First one, but then higher than average volume, down candle. This is getting the mixture, this is getting all mixed. So we get long candle, higher than average volume, you get out. However, the cloud would have got you out anyway, because that's the candle turns green there. And if I can go back in time, can't on high can actually, can I? Okay, so I'm just going to go back in time here so you can see it on a normal candle. Let's go here. So I'm going to play this forward. You see how the cloud for the manager is actually in the future by 4 candles. So what happens is, if we play that forward here, when the candle turns green, only when the cloud turns green, there do we get out. Okay, there was a couple of opportunities to get out with this higher than average volume there, but that's when the cloud turns green at this point, and that's when you get out. That's a great short on Twitter. So George, the TradingView version will be available at the end of this month, and hopefully Motivewave at the same time. You just need to contact Damien for that. Just okay. Any more questions on this? Because my hour's nearly up, and you need to ask questions. Remember, the 5th of November. Look out for emails. We ain't doing Black Friday because I'm not American. Yeah, the team are all English. We have the 5th of November where we have Bonfire Night. We burn Guy Fawkes at the stake. So that's more important for us. So we're doing the Black Friday minus 21 days, which is the 5th of November, which is our Bonfire Night. So we're having a fire sale for the weekend. 20% off any of the indicators, or an extra 5% off the bundles. Currently, if you buy the bundle, all the indicators in the bundle are discounted by 21% anyway. And then another 5% on that, we have the 26%. But you will only get those discount codes by email or if you're in the Discord group. Okay, even in there. US dollar CAD, let's go back, bounce back up again. There we go. It was the data that outs that big data. But look, Framing your charts is very important. That there is support. Why? I've got a big pivot from below. I've got a test here, a test here. When you are setting up a sell order, middle of that range there is where you should be taking profit, okay? Yes, it certainly does, George. The manager keeps you in the trades a lot longer, a hell of a lot longer. Louis, get in touch with Damien. We do have affiliate things for people, and people do make good money. So, Luis Santillana, get in touch with Damien. Damien, please put your email address in there. Trade E-mini, ES, and NQ3 minute. Is that the correct time frame? Freddie, if you're using the XBrat Algo, absolutely. So if we go to bear with me, I just need to go back to there. I need to go to MES. I need to go on the 3 minutes. 3 minute. Let's go big. So with the 3 minutes, again, this is why, you know, it's been quite choppy today. The range breakout was the play today, okay? But on previous days, you know, Asian session, 6-star sell there. 6-star buy here coming into the US Open. That was a big trade on the 3 minute there. Manager kept you in that trade. So you are, for the XBrat Algo, 3 minute is a fantastic trade. I mean, look at these shorts here. This was pre-market, 6-star sell, huge move on MES. Previous day, 5 and 6-star buy. The XBrat Algo works very well on the 3 minutes, okay? The time frames I talked about earlier are purely to do with the range breakouts, okay? Excuse me. Yeah, the range breakout for GC was phenomenal today. It was a massive trade, okay? We are, you know, 180 ticks on gold is huge, yeah? And the range breakout worked perfectly because it's not just, it's the bias. So you'll see the bias change on both ranges. And again, conservatively, if we're breaking that European gold pit open after the New York gold pit open and the biases have gone red in the actual range cloud, you've got to go short. Really, really strong looking trade there. So don't forget, guys, I'm going to put the link in again to the Discord group. The only people to get these discount codes for the 5th of November sale will be the Discord, will be in the Discord group or by email. So if you're unsure that you're getting the emails because of spam folders and blah, 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 join that Discord group now. Because on Friday or Thursday night, I will be putting those discount codes into the Discord group, and then the emails are going out. So it's 20% off any of the indicators. It's an extra 5% off the bundles. The bundles are already discounted at 21% because you're buying them together. You get another 5% on top of that. Remember the 5th of November, okay? That we are not doing, do not wait for Black Friday because you'll be disappointed. We're Black Friday minus 21. We're doing the Bonfire Night sale. You know, as long as I can remember, as long as my dad can remember, my granddad remember, we've always had the 5th of November. We've had bonfire, toffee apples, mushy peas with mint sauce, fireworks. It's cold. It's, you know, there's a big bonfire, the Guy Fawkes, is there, and the precursor to that during the day is the kids make the dummies of guy forks, and we do what's called penny for the guy, and they go in for charity. They actually they go and sit with their guy forks they've made out of hay and old clothes and things, and people give them money and for charity and things like that. Yes, Freddie, the divergence cloud will give you confirmation. So you get signal confirmation. So when you look at these here, the divergence cloud here, for example, comes in, you get the 6-star sell, you've got confirmation of that move. You're going to go short. With this 6-star buy, you would do the same sort of thing. And with the divergence cloud, you can set and change those. Again, 6-star sell, divergence cloud confirmation, go short. It's a good one. 6-star buy here, no divergence cloud confirmation. You don't take it. Look what happened. Comes down. So Freddie, the divergence cloud is a very, very strong indicator. And again, wait for that code to come out and you'll get 20% off. Thank you, Wolfgang. Anything else, guys, before I go and have my dinner? Remember, guys, remember the 5th of November. Thank you, David. I live in Spain. They don't actually celebrate the 5th of November. So us Brit expats get together. We're having a poker night on Friday to celebrate and some fireworks. Confirmation cloud is the divergence cloud, Cherie. So what happens is, let's go to something totally different. Let's go to, I don't know, let's go to platinum. I know Jason likes to trade platinum. So with platinum, we would do, I can't remember what time frame is best for platinum actually. I think it's excuse me, 5 minutes. So with platinum, what you do is, for example, you get a 6-star sell. This red down arrow here is your confirmation from this divergence cloud that the divergences are in such a state that actually the short is good. So you go short here on platinum, and that's a fantastic move. Okay. So the divergence cloud is used for confirmation. Okay. Any more questions? So we are working on the auto trader now for NinjaTrader. There's a few issues with execution. So you don't want us to roll it out when it's not working properly. The strategy is still the same as the TradeStation XBrat as auto trader, which is phenomenal. I mean, I think the profit factor now, a profit factor anywhere above 1.5 or 2 is awesome. Okay. I'm just going to show you the profit factor on the oil auto trader right now. If I can just get there. Okay. So that's the equity curve for oil. Starting at $1,000, it's at 16,500 bucks right now. Performance summary. So where do we get that profit factor? Bear with me. Profit factor 5.61 on the auto trader for oil. It's a license to print money. I'm sorry. And that same strategy is being built, but there's a lot of code and it's different on NinjaTrader for execution and blah, 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 blah. But it will be ready hopefully before Christmas, the auto trader, because you can just set it to run and away you go. How do you claim your Discord account? So when you've gone to the link, when you claim it, you're just going to give it a username and then you can join Discord. If you have any problems, email Damien and he'll talk you through it, because We offer support through the Discord group. We're trying to build a community. So the community is now, it's not just me giving support or Damien giving support, it's Daniel, and there's a few other people that have had these indicators for quite a while, and they're actually helping each other out. They're giving trade ideas and everything like that. Yes, for stocks, absolutely. So I'm going to show you a couple of stocks now, which are phenomenal. So Amber, for example, I'm on that in the weekly time frame. So let's go to, I don't know, into. This will blow your socks off. Into, okay. 6-star buy, boom, yeah. So, and then obviously we've got an Elliott wave in us there as well. What other ones have we done recently? Amber, I think Amber's one of them, or NYT, I think. Look at NYT on earnings today. My trading stock was here. It's taken the profit. It's not plain sailing. NYT 6-star buy here on last earnings, and it went up lovely. We had another 6-star buy recently, which we traded. Hit this resistance zone, and trading stock for earnings is taking it out. So yeah, any time frame really. If we look at PFE on the 4-hour time frame, why can't I change that? Oh, there we go. PFE 4-hour. So I'm in PFE right now on the 4-hour with an earnings play. So I had a 5 and a 6-star XBrat Algo buy, okay, going into earnings. So the idea with that is, okay, I've got earnings pre-market. I'm going to enter at 44.37, which is above my 5 and the 6-star buy. So what I've got is a stop underneath this pivot. I've had the 5 and the 6-star buy signals on the XBrat Algo. Looks brilliant. I need a catalyst. The catalyst was earnings to get in. So, you know, it gapped up, came down, took me in. Now it's having a bit of profit taking. Low volume, not really bothered about that. But again, that's the 4-hour time frame as well. And I showed you Twitter earlier on the 5-minute time frame. Very, very strong as well for day trading stocks. Let me just take off the harmonics for a second. So again, when I was testing this, we don't get the divergence count confirmation on that short, so we don't take it. You know, it is really, really strong sort of signals. Hi, Kenashi. Yes. So we got divergence card confirmation, 6-star sell, boom, all the way down. We get a 6-star buy, 6-star buy, 6-star sell, and then so on and so forth. We're just getting a 4-star buy today on the 5-minute on Twitter. Okay, no divergence card confirmation yet, but you know it's starting off slowly. Thank you, Lewis. Discord group, I'll put the link in again. Hang on, bear with me. Invite people, copy. Just follow that link, join the Discord group. Yes, it does. George, I wouldn't take a XBrat Algo going into a opening range, okay? Because that volatility in that opening range could wipe you out on your stops, okay? I would wait for that opening range to finish and then trade. Paul Carrigan's put his hand up. So, Paul, if you can use the chat box, if you've got a question. I've got Q&A down here, sorry. A lot of them will measure volume. The manager definitely measures volume, okay? The XBrat Algo doesn't. Obviously, the volume is half the picture when you are looking at, so Ray, the manager looks at volume. Paul, GBP AUD, sorry, yes, right. And then that'll be the last one because my wife will be cooking dinner because it is 7:35 p.m. GBP, AUD, okay. Wow. Okay. Phenomenal on the opening ranges there. Wouldn't you say? So this is a prime example of the opening range on the New York Gold Pit Open. The tag is green. Okay. The cloud is green. You're only interested in the long, not the short. Okay. New York Stock Exchange opens were green. You're going to take the long breaking this out here. Very, very good. That's good as well. What does that happens on the ASX? So on the ASX yesterday, we had amber. Okay, so there's a bit of indecision there. Personally, I've not traded currencies either way, each way. Yeah, I can do gold, oil, and the indexes each way because I'm pretty versed with that. For this particular currency pair, I don't know is the answer. For me, I would only look for the bias. So gold, Europe open, red tag, red bias, go short. Okay, goes into the London Open, get out, take your profit. Yeah, comes back through the Gold Pit Open, through the ASX Open, and the cloud turns green. Take the short into the New York Gold Pit Open. Range, everything's green, look for the long, go long. 3 great trades there today for Forex traders. Okay, guys, I'm going to get going. This was great. I enjoyed it. Thank you. Thank you. So yes, I will show the gold trade one more time. That's what a range breakout looks like. Okay. Okay. Brilliant, guys. Don't forget, join the Discord group. Look out for those discounts because that's the only sale we do in a whole 12-month period. Remember, the 5th of November. So Terry, go to the website, check it out, join the Discord group, email Damien so he's got your email because we will be giving that discount. So that is the website there to everybody. So the software ranges from this range breakout will be $349. The XBrat Algo is $699, Elliott Wave $599. The bundles are the best value. So if you're a day trader, get the day trading bundle because that straight away you get 21% by collecting them all together in that bundle. And then with this discount code that we're offering on Friday, you get another 5% off that. So it's 26% off if you buy the bundle. The $349 for the range breakout. It's called an XBrat Range Breakout when it's launched, but it's not ready yet. So I won't let it out until I'm very, very happy with it. And there's still some things I want to change. Okay, guys, I'm going to get going. Thanks for turning up. It's the same link on Zoom every month now. You will be reminded. And don't forget to look out for those emails. I do these webinars just once a month. And it's your time to ask questions and everything like that. And also, please join the Discord group because you get lots of support on there. Lots of trade ideas, whether it's stocks, Forex, crypto, futures. There's some general chat in there. I put training videos in there. There's a lot of stuff in there, and it's well worth joining. Thank you, George. Cheers, everybody. Take care.